Hello friends, welcome to a new topic today. In this chapter, we will learn about the some acts which are present in psychiatry. So the acts which are present in psychiatry include, the first is Persons with Disability Act. Okay, in this Persons with Disability Act, they have divided the the patients into 7 major groups. So this Persons with Disability Act includes blindness, low vision, leprosy, deafness, locomotor disability, mental retardation. Among all these, the important thing is mental illness, which is in 7th disability, and mental retardation, which is in 6th disability. So what do you see in Persons with Disability Act? This is the first act which is put forward, and this includes blindness, low vision, leprosy, deafness, locomotor disability, mental retardation, mental illness, and 7th disability. Okay, then the next act is IPS. What is this IPS Act? It was put forward in 2002, and this is Indian Disability Evaluation Assessment Score. That is IDEAS, Indian Disability Evaluation Assessment Score. In this, they have divided all the psychiatric illness into 4 categories. That includes schizophrenia or obsessive compulsive disorder, bipolar disorder, and dementia. Okay, the parameters which are seen in this IDEAS or Indian Disability of Evaluation Assessment include self-care, language and communication, interpersonal activities, work, symptom status in last 2 years. Okay, then there is one more act which was there, which is called as National Trust Act 1995. So what do you see in this National Trust Act 1995? In this National Trust Act 1995, this includes 4 disorders, that is cerebral palsy, autism, mental retardation, which is severe mental retardation, and multiple disabilities. It includes cerebral palsy, autism, mental retardation, which is severe, and multiple disabilities. Then there is something called as Persons with Disability Act 2016. In Persons with Disability Act 2016, this includes many disorders. So what does this include? This includes blindness. See, all these 7 are almost similar. So this includes blindness, low vision, leprosy, deafness. Okay, then it also includes dwarfism, height less than 148 centimeters, called as dwarfism, locomotor disability. Okay, it includes 7th is intellectual disability. Then we have mental illness, cerebral palsy. Then there is autism, which is 10th. 11th is multiple disability. 12th is substance language disorder. 13th is specific learning disability. Then hemophilia, thalassemia, sickle cell anemia, multiple sclerosis, muscular dystrophy, Parkinson's disease, intractable epilepsy, and acid attack victim. So all these are seen, but among all these, what you will have to remember for psychiatry is these. So for psychiatry, if you see, this Persons with Disability Act 2016 includes intellectual disability, mental illness, autism, specific language disorder, and specific learning disorder. So these 5 are seen in Persons with Disability Act 2016. Okay, then there is Indian Lunacy Act 1912. This is the first act which has been put forward, and this act is changed to Mental Health Act 1987. Now this act has changed to Mental Health Care Act 2017. Now this is changed to Mental Health Care Act 2017. Then according to this Mental Health Care Act 2017, section 95, the following are prohibited. That is, completely banning direct electroconvulsive therapy. Never and never do we do electroconvulsive therapy, direct electroconvulsive therapy. There is electroconvulsive therapy is banned in minors less than 18 years of age. Banned chaining of mentally ill. We should not chain the mentally ill. Banned sterilization to treatment has treatment for mentally ill. So in mentally ill, there is complete, according to section 95, there are 4 things. 1, there is completely banned direct electroconvulsive therapy. banned electroconvulsive therapy in minors less than age group of 18 years, banned chaining of mentally ill patients, banned sterilization to treatment of mentally ill patients. Then according to section 115, okay, Mental Health Care Act section 115, here discrimination of suicidal decriminalization of suicidal attempt, decriminalization of suicidal attempt. According to IPC 307, suicide is punishable, but now according to the section 115, patient does suicide in the worst phase of life, and he should not be punished by putting him in jail. Okay, so according to section 115, suicide is not punishable. Then about admission, this states that according to section 1 minute. So here this is decriminalization of suicidal attempt, which is important. Banning ECT, minor, chaining, sterilization. Okay, anyways, the next in this admission you have different, like in section 86, the section 86 is independent admission. Section 87 tells us about admission of a minor. Section 89 is admission of person with mental illness with highly support. Okay, admission should be done with till the admission can be put till the person can be admitted till 30 days, and after that according to section 90 we will have to think about admitting him. If it is more than 30 days, then he should be admitted according to the section 90. Okay, next, now there is one more thing which has been put forward. This is called as WHO MH gap. So this WHO MH gap has been put forward to scale up the services of mental, neurological and substance abuse disorders. So this is mainly used in developing countries to provide care, awareness, psychosocial association, so communication and required medications. Okay, what are the principles of this WHO MH gap? These principles includes 4 main principles. 1, universal health coverage and human rights, evidence based medicine, multi-sectoral approach and life course approach, empowerment of people. Okay, now there is one more act which is seen, which is called as Narcotic Drug Psychoactive Substance Act. According to Narcotic Drug Psychoactive Substance Act, if you see the first offense, for the first offense 1 month of jail per 10,000, or you can give 10,000. Okay, for the first offense 1 month of jail or 10,000 rupees is paid according to Narcotic Drug Psychoactive Substance Act. For subsequent offences 1 year of jail or 1 lakh is put. And if there is if the Narcotics Control Bureau has recovered large quantity of drugs, then 20 years of jail with 20 lakhs punishment is given to them. Okay, if there is capital punishment, death sentence can also be given. Death sentence or capital punishment is given if one is found to be possessed 20 kgs of hashish, 10 kgs of opium, 1 kg of heroin or codeine or morphine or thebaine, and 500 grams of cocaine or THC or LSD. If this is found with a person, then we can give death sentence also. Okay, so Narcotic Drug Psychoactive Substance Act tells us that if it is a first offense, then 1 month of jail and 10,000 rupees. If there is subsequent offences, then 1 year of jail or 1 lakh rupees. If large quantity of drug has been found, then it is 20 years of jail and 20 lakhs of rupees punishment. If there is if the person is found to possess hashish 20 kgs, opium 10 kgs, heroin or codeine or morphine or thebaine 1 kg, or cocaine or THC or LSD 500 grams, then death sentence or capital punishment can be given. So these are the different acts which are important in psychiatry. So thank you guys for watching my lecture. In the next class we will learn about personality disorders. Thank you.